What's going on, everybody? This is Matt Does Fitness, and what do a banana and a helicopter have in common? Neither of them are a police officer. Okay, this is my squat highlights from my second cycle, week 6, and I'm not going to lie, I'm getting pretty bloody excited. Next week is testing week, and I literally can't wait. Okay, so to start off with, the session was 5 sets of 5 at 172.5 kilos, which is 380 pounds. Now, you'll see, well, I imagine, unless you are a little bit slow from the intro, that I didn't fully complete the session, but I got every single rep apart from the very last one. So to me, that counts. I'm taking it, and I'm pretty bloody delighted about that. I mean, I've tried 170, which is like what, 375 pounds or so. I've tried that for 5 sets of 5 a couple of times and never got it. Not even been that close, to be honest. So to get it now, 5 sets of 5 with a heavier weight, with 380 pounds as opposed to 375, is obviously awesome news, and it means in theory that I'm all set up for a nice PR come next week, which is why, like I said, I can't wait. So the session itself, I felt really good. A couple of the reps at the end of each set were kind of a bit of a grinder. There was a couple of times where I kind of missed groove, so I kind of fell forwards a little bit. But in that respect, this is probably the best session I've ever done for squats, because generally speaking, most of my reps I hit quite nicely. I wasn't falling forwards as much as I tend to sometimes. So I'm obviously very happy about that. And like I said, it obviously bodes well for next week. This is my third set, and you'll see, I mean, the first 2 or 3 reps look and felt so easy. I felt really good. It felt like, I mean, this way it felt like nothing. It felt like I was warming up. So fingers crossed, I've got a lot more to come next week. Like I said, there's probably maybe 1, 2 maximum reps in each set that were a little bit ugly, but even then, I was never ever at any point thinking I wasn't going to get this. And this was, you know, like after a long day of work, I wasn't feeling amazing coming into the session, so obviously I'm really pleased about that. Now, I've said it before, this is my the last week of my cycle, so my plan is in this week just to have a little bit of a deload. So instead of benching 3 times, squatting twice and deadlifting once, I'm benching twice, squatting once and deadlifting once. So I've dropped 2 sessions, which is not a massive change, but it is quite a decrease in volume, sorry, in frequency. The volume is still reasonably high, but that should allow me next week to hit some big PRs. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I can't wait. Right, here is the this is my 4th set of my 4th set of 5. At this point, I was starting to get a little bit fatigued. So the last couple here, I had to have, you see, I kind of took longer in between the reps before I went down. But again, I never ever thought, not at any point did I think, oh, you know, I'm going to struggle to get this up. I'm going to have to bail out. I never felt that. I always felt like I had the reps there. If anything, it's more of a kind of a mental thing. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. Also, on a side note, although I made like a jokey video about wearing tights, I actually quite like it. I do want to get some sleeves, knee sleeves at some point, but I think this is kind of like, obviously not as effective, but pretty much a decent kind of version of that, because obviously my knees are now completely covered and it just feels a little bit more secure. Right, so this is my last set, and this is where the action happened. There's my 4th rep. You see there, it was a massive grind, and here comes the 5th one, and as you see by the caption in the bottom corner, count this as 4.5 reps because I didn't get that one, and as you can see there, I'm pretty annoyed. Yeah, that actually hurt my foot quite a lot. I was more annoyed at myself with doing that. I did it instinctively, and within about 2 seconds I thought, what an absolute idiot. If I saw someone else do that, I'd probably think you're a moron. But yeah, I was really psyched up, and I was really annoyed I didn't get that last rep. But don't worry, that state-of-the-art air conditioning system is fine. It's not broken, it's just the way it is. My foot actually felt fine the next day, but for the rest of that evening it was really sore, and I was a little bit worried that I'd kind of done some damage. But yeah, very lucky to get away with that, because that was a bit of a stupid thing to do. But it's also quite funny, so swings and roundabouts. Right, here is my accessory work. I did some front squats, 140 kilos, 309 pounds. I overestimated how heavy this was, and also how tired I was. I thought I'd be able to do, I thought I was going to do sets of 5 at this, but I did 2 reps and that was it. I was struggling, so I just did this for 3 sets of 2 reps. Still isn't decent for a front squat, a beltless front squat, but obviously when I'm fresh I'll do a lot more than that. But I don't really care, it's just a little bit of accessory work. Moving on to my kind of isolation, bodybuilding type stuff. I did some dumbbell rows. These look, to be fair, these look ridiculous. I was aware that this is the third set of 3 I did, and I was aware at the time I wasn't getting a massive amount of range of motion. Here it looks pretty crap. I mean, I probably should have been a little bit lower down there, a bit lesser of an angle to be able to get more range of motion. But yeah, it wasn't my finest work. But to be fair, I still felt some nice back engagement. I then did some unilateral dumbbell rows using a bench here. Obviously did them on both sides, did 3 sets of 10-ish on both sides. I never do these because I'm really lazy and I like to do things that hit both sides simultaneously, but I thought I'd do them today, and I actually felt a huge amount of lat engagement, so I will try and do this more often and stop being such a hobo. And then I finished the session with some nice mini barbell arm curls, 3 sets of 12-ish of those. And that was my session. So, like I said, massively excited for next week. Can't wait to test and see how I get on. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always. And I will see you tomorrow.